We are now entering in the last month of the summer, and while it might sound pretty alarming for many students, the good news is that the stock market has slightly started to correct, which could represent some great potential opportunities for many investors. So today, I'll share with you 3 of the best stocks that you can buy right now in August of 2024. The first stock on my list is the company Pfizer with the ticker PFE. This company that once was considered as the savior of humanity during the COVID crisis is now far from its all-time high. Indeed, we can notice that the stock's value is currently down more than 50% compared to what it reached in 2022. But first, before to understand this massive downtrend of Pfizer, we need to understand how they've been able to generate their income over the years. As any big pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer is making the largest part of their income through the sales of their different medicines and vaccines for immunology, oncology, cardiology, endocrinology, and neurology. Throughout the pandemic, while everyone was panicking, Pfizer was the first company to develop a vaccine against the COVID and to commercialize it. This has made them reach some records in terms of the profits and the sales of their different COVID-19 products that have been sold in billions of dollars. And so in 2022, it has become the first company in the big pharma to generate over $100 billion of revenue throughout 1 year. Nevertheless, knowing that the COVID-19 related sales would inevitably slow down and that patent cliffs for several core products were approaching in the later part of the decade, Pfizer decided to use a large portion of the sales and of the profits that they've been generating from the COVID-19 sales to buy new different acquisitions. These big purchases include big biopharmaceutical assets such as Arena Pharmaceuticals, Global Blood Therapeutics, and Seagen. These acquisitions have helped Pfizer to boost the value of their portfolio, where the Seagen acquisition for $43 billion is still the largest transaction over the past 4 years. Add to this, these acquisitions notably helped Pfizer to double their pipeline and also to add 4 approved cancer drugs to their mix, and now they have the objective to have 8 or more potential blockbusters from its cancer portfolio before 2030. Add to this, a few days ago in their more recent earnings report, the company has beaten the analyst predictions both in terms of their total quarterly revenue and in terms of their total earnings per share. Plus, they've also been able to raise their full year outlook for the rest of 2024 because of their great benefits of their cost-cutting program, combined with better than expected sales of its COVID antiviral pill Paxlovid and some strong increase of 14% year over year in their non-COVID product sales. So this company has been able to find the perfect mix between being able to increase their total revenue while also diminishing their total expenses to optimize their profit margin. This means that even if the company is still far from the levels that it was during the 2022 pandemic era, well, it has still been able to rebound recently and regain some great momentum, and while waiting, you could receive some great 5% quarterly dividend from it. Second on my list now is the company American Express with the ticker AXP. This American financial company that is currently worth over $150 billion is a great option for every dividend income investors, especially the ones that are looking to invest in the second largest credit card issuers by volume in 2023 that has been making some volume of over $500 billion only for the first 6 months of the year. It means that even if American Express isn't the flashiest stock on the market, in our overconsumption economy where most people are in debt up to their necks and where the average credit card balance for Canadians in the third quarter of 2023 was of $4,265, we can understand that the big beneficiaries of these statistics are all the credit card issuers. And so while you might be tempted during the summer to buy a new boat or new clothes, why not invest instead in this big company? Indeed, this investment could be way more lucrative for you, where we can see that AXP value is up more than 40% since 1 year and more than 30% year to date. This excellent performance of AXP over the last year is partially due to their great financial results, where we can notably see that in their latest earnings report, they've been able to increase their quarterly revenue year over year by about 8% up to $16.3 billion. And on its side, their EPS have been increasing up to $3.49 per share, representing an increase of 21% year over year. These great results mainly come from the fact that they've been able to massively increase their total results in different of their operational segments. For example, in their net credit cards fees and in their net interest income. Add to this, many analysts such as the CFRA analyst Alexander Yokum loves this company, where he notably recently said that he actually views the payment industry as highly attractive as it comes with a revenue compound annual growth of 7 to 8% per year. Add to this, while this company is paying a pretty low dividend of about 1% paid on a quarterly basis, with a dividend payout ratio of about 20%, you can understand that this dividend could easily be increased in the near future. Finally, for the third and last pick on my list, I've decided to go on with the company NVIDIA with the ticker NVDA. If you've been following my channel for a long period of time, you must know that I am not a biggest fan of NVIDIA, notably because of their financial success that they've recently seen that have boosted their total valuation. However, with the recent decrease of their valuation that they've seen recently, it has kind of changed my mind. In fact, this company that has gained some tremendous value over the past 5 years of over 2000% of gain is now facing a massive correction. And while many investors might be currently crying because they've been pumping the value of it and they've been entering at the end of the pump, well, I might see it as a pretty good opportunity for the long term. Indeed, by being the second largest semiconductor chip producer in the world in 2023, just behind Samsung, this leading company that uses a lot of AI has a lot of potential for the future. Obviously, at the moment, they are mainly known for the great quality of their graphic processing units, aka their GPUs, which are used in daily life, for example, to play video games or to watch television, but also in different professional activities such as medical imagery and seismic imaging. Add to this, over the last couple of years, NVIDIA has been one of the best performers because of their use of the AI. For example, recently, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has been saying that the company will begin designing and rolling out new AI chips on an annual basis rather than the 2-year chip refresh cycles that it has been using in the past. It is this type of revolutionary approach that helped the company to more than double their total revenue and their total net income over the last couple of years while keeping their total expenses pretty low. It is also why in their more recent earnings report, we can see that their latest quarterly revenue have been increasing by over 262%, while their net income has been increasing up to $14 billion, a jump of more than 600%. It is why pretty much all the analysts of TipRanks have a buy rating on this stock that have an average price prediction of over 142%, which would represent an upside potential of over 30%. It is why with our more recent decrease in valuation, I see this as a great opportunity to enter in one of the most influential company in the entire world, especially since the company is offering some essential products in our daily lives that are used a lot for all the technology around the world. If the stock's value plunge under $100 and maybe under $90 per share, I will definitely be tempted to start a position in this business. So there you have it. Those are 3 of the best stocks that you can currently find in the stock market. Obviously, the opportunities to invest in the stock market are limitless, but if you want to find another way for you to invest in a basket of stocks without having to pick them one by one, well, check out the video that's going to be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace.